everyone, I'm Vincent here. Welcome to the 30 Days 30 Experts series. In this series, I'll be sharing with you about the Microsoft Certified Fundamental Certification that you can take. So this is a landing page specifically for the Microsoft Certified Fundamental Certification. So on this website, you will know about all the fundamental certification that's offered by the Microsoft. Where we have the Azure fundamentals, that's all you need to know to jumpstart into the cloud. And also, if you are on the AI space, you can take the AI fundamentals, Azure Data Fundamentals, Security, Compliance, and Identity Fundamentals, Power Platform Fundamentals, Microsoft 365 Fundamentals, Dynamics 365 Fundamentals CRM, and finally Dynamics 365 Fundamentals ERP. So in this video, I wanted to specifically focus on the Azure Fundamental, where I will be sharing with you what are the things that you need to take note while you are getting this Azure Fundamental certification. So let's jump right into it. So you can click on either this or right here. We are going to here so that you can have a look at different kind of certification for the fundamentals. So let's click on Microsoft Certified Azure Fundamentals. So to get the certification for Microsoft Certified Azure Fundamentals, you will need to take one exam, which is Microsoft Azure Fundamental exam. And then once you pass it, you will be certified as the Azure Fundamentals. In this certification page, you will see some of the skill measures, which I will explain more in detail later on. And also some of the ways how you can prepare, where there's a learning path, how can you schedule for your certification exam, the course, and some of the certification resources. Let's go more into the certification exam. Okay, so for this exam, let's have a look at some of the tips right here. So this is very important, where you need to have the AZ900 study guide, as this will be a good reference for you to help prepare for the exam. So let's open it up. So this is a very comprehensive study guide for you, where they will explain about purpose of this document, the certification journey, certification renewal, and also about the exam. What is the passing score and what to expect on the exam, and how do you prepare for the exam, and also some of the skill measured. And of course, some of the corresponding learning path and module that you can take on self-paced. So as you go on the document right here, so if you are not sure how can you achieve this Azure Fundamental Certification, you can check on this visual, where they will guide you where you start here. So decide if this is the right certification for you. Are you new to cloud? Right. So they will have some objective right here. If you are new to Azure or new to cloud, and also demonstrate a fundamental knowledge of cloud concept, as also some of the Azure services. So you will need to upskill with recommended training and experience, so you can take the self-paced online learning or instructor-led learning, and also additional resources right here. So after that, you can take some practice exam and then seek for the AZ900 exam. Once you pass it, you will get the Azure Fundamentals certification badge. Okay, you can also watch the video, which I will not be going through right now. Okay, let's go back. So for the fundamental certification, it does not expire. Hence, there's no need for renewal, but for more advanced certification, there's a certain period of time where the certification will expire. So do check on your Microsoft Learn profile. So let's talk about the exam. For the exam, the passing score is 700. So you can learn more about the exam score right here, how they counter it as 700 out of 1000. So what to expect on the exam? So I know, right, we all are always curious how will be the exam situation, the environment, all that, right? So the good thing is that you can explore the exam environment by visiting the exam sandbox. And this is how the same thing that you'll be experiencing when you are taking the exam. So let's click on the exam sandbox. So this will bring you to the sandbox where you have accept all the agreement. Okay, so they'll tell you about the minutes, the number of questions. Of course, this is just a sandbox, so it's not exactly the same during the real examination. Okay. So ready to start the exam? So they will tell you the time available and how many exam questions. Okay, sandbox exam. So the sandbox of exam demo is designed to help you become familiar with the exam interface and different type of question used in Microsoft certification exam. Okay. So you'll see on the top right here is the time remaining and how many questions that you have answered so far. So you read the questions and then select the answer and then go next. So one by one. Okay, Apple. Okay, so there's some drag and drop as well. So you can match it. Please. Home. Okay, then next. So this is the question about the correct orders. So let's probably just put on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can adjust them as well. Okay, so to take note that this is just the demo, so it will not be the correct questions or correct answer. Going next. So I will quickly go next with all this by skipping through. So you can have a look at it by clicking on the exam sandbox. So it might be different questions for every time. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know how will it look like at the end. So you can see 3 answers, 7 unanswered. So for review, for comment, all that. Okay, right here. Okay, so finish. So they will ask you to make sure that you have finished. Yes. Okay, so thank you. And of course, they will tell you whether you are pass or fail at the end of the session. Okay, so I see. Yes. Okay, so they will tell you did not pass because the passing is 700 and so on, right? Okay. All right, let's get back to the study guide. So that was about the exam sandbox. You can also take some practice tests, so which I will show you about it. So of course, this is the one right here is about purchasing the practice test, but you can also take some of the questions as free practice tests from Microsoft as well. So this is the important part where you need to take note. Objective domain skills the exam measure. So this means that you will be tested on all these concepts listed down here. So you'll be measured around the three main modules: describe cloud concept about 25 to 30%, describe Azure architecture and services 35 to 40%, describe Azure management and governance 30 to 35%. Of course, this is just the module name. So if you wanted to have more details, just continue to scroll down. So for each of these describe cloud concept, they'll outline all the items or the topics that you need to know. So for example, define cloud computing, describe the shared responsibility model, cloud models, and also the consumption-based models, and so on, so forth. Okay, just make sure that you read through and understand each of these items, whether you have prepared enough for the topics before you taking the exam. So right down here, we have the corresponding learning path and module for each of the module, the three module. Okay, so you can click on the learning path. This will direct you to Microsoft Learn. Okay, so you can take on the topics right here. Okay, that's about the study guide. So I wanted to share with you one good thing about this page is there's free sample question to help you prepare for the exam. So there's around about 10 questions if not mistaken. So you can just scroll to, no, I think it's more than that. So about 20 questions. So with the answers, so you can try each of these questions and whether make sure that you all these concepts are well covered before you take the exam. So you can see down here, so two ways to prepare: online free or instructor lab paid. This is a paid class if you wanted to go on a training, online training for someone to guide you through the concept. Or you can just go on the self-paced learning path. Okay, describe cloud concept. So introduction to cloud computing, what is cloud computing, shared responsibility model, cloud models. So all these topics, right, are outlined on the study guide, which we have discussed earlier on. And the good thing is with this learning path is that there's a knowledge chat at the end of each topic so that it reinforces your learning. So I highly encourage you to go through this self-paced learning path to prepare for your examination. Okay, so you can also see that for let's say this third module. So what about the course management in Azure? You can just click on start. So they'll tell you about the learning objective, which is the one from the study guide as well, the skill method. So there's some videos, also the notes about what are the factors affecting the course in Azure, and some explanation as well with examples. So I think this is a very great free resources that you can use as part of your revision or maybe as a study guide for you. Okay, so let's go back. And as you see just now, there is a fee for the taking the exam, right? I wanted to share with you that if you are taking the fundamental examination, there's a way that you can take the exam for free. So just scroll down on the certification page. You will have a look at this You can study the relevant self-paced content on Microsoft Learn or attending a Microsoft Azure Virtual Training Days Fundamentals. So for this, it's a pre-recorded video by Microsoft and you can attend it for free. You just need to sign up for those that's the timing and the slots that's still available for you. So for example, I see this Microsoft Azure Virtual Training Day Fundamentals. I register now. Okay, let's wait for it. Oh, too bad. The virtual training day is full. So do take note that not every time the virtual training day will be like open for you. So you just need to be fast, take action on it, and check frequently on the time and date that is available, and quickly sign it up. So maybe if you want it to be easier, we can just scroll to right here. So maybe we can just there are some other certification virtual training day as well, but we'll just focus on the Azure Fundamentals training. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe we try this. All right, this is available, but however, it's in another language, so we will not be taking this. Maybe we'll try this. All right, so Azure, this is data fundamentals. So make sure that you look at the title right. Okay, so if there's none right here, you can probably head up to here and then probably doing some filterings. Okay, so maybe fundamentals. Okay, so then we scroll through again. There's more fundamentals dates right up here. So maybe we can click on this, register. And yes, this is for the English, and you can see that the time is quite friendly to my time zone in Singapore right here. So you can see that if you are going through this virtual training day, you can take the Microsoft Azure Fundamentals Certification exam at no cost. All right, so you can just fill in your names and the details, and you can just register. All right, so by registering to this virtual training day, you will attend the training for free, and also can sit for the exam for free as well. So why not? I think it's very great resources provided by Microsoft that you can use to really upskill yourself. Once you pass the certification or exam, celebrate your achievement on LinkedIn. And I think that's a very great achievement that you have done. All right, right now I would like to share with you, perhaps these are just some of the trainings that you can achieve. If let's say you wanted to have more hands-on, you can actually create a free Azure account, okay? So that you can try out some of the services included in the Azure. So you can create an account and start free. So you can start with 300 USD Azure credit to use it. You have 30 days to use it, and in addition to free services. So you can scroll through the page. So after your credit, keep getting free services. So you can create virtual machines and different kind of services right here that's available for you. Okay, and the good thing about cloud is that it's pay as you go model. So whatever that you use is whatever that you pay for. Let me jump quickly into a very simple demonstration. How is the Azure environment? So as you can see, this is my subscription for the Azure account right here. So there's a search bar right here, and also you can create resources right here. So let's say, for example, I wanted to create a virtual machine. So you can just select your subscription. So to use the Azure services, you will need to have an Azure subscription and the resource group. And then virtual machine name. So maybe I would say Azure user, and you can pick on the region. So there's a different regions out there. So because Microsoft Azure is all around the globe. They have different regions, so it's preferably that we choose the one that near to us so that to reduce the latency. So I'm in Asia, so I will pick the Southeast Asia. Let me see if I can just search. Okay, Southeast Asia. All right. So no infrastructure redundancy required. So don't worry about some of this concept. You'll be learning through the Azure fundamental course later. So I just wanted to show you a quick demo on how I can create a virtual machine in just a few clicks. So size, I can just click on the size. Oh, I think I set up some rules, so it doesn't allow me to do so. Maybe I will just choose East US. All right, that should be fine. Okay, then username. Oh yeah, I think this is not Azure user. This one I just put on VM1. And then username is Azure user. Password, I will just put on some password that you will remember. Okay, so I will allow some of the inbound port rules so that I can access to my virtual machine. Okay, so moving on to some other things, some of the other configuration. So networking, management. We'll disable this boot diagnostic. Stat. I think all is good, so we can just review plus create. Okay, I think there's some missing information. Oh, must be unique. Yeah, I think this is because I've created VM1 earlier on, so maybe I will just create VM3. Yeah, I hope it's fine right now. So review plus create. And I hope it's fine this time. So running final validation. All right, validation pass. So they will give you some warning. So this is only recommended for testing. If you want to change this setting, go back to basic tab. All right, sure. So we can just create right now. So it will take a couple of minutes to create the virtual machine. Okay, so you can see right here where the deployment is in progress. Okay, so they are creating. So once it's done, it will show you the notification right up here, whether it's done or not. So meanwhile, just sit back and relax while waiting for it to deploy. Okay, when we are creating the virtual machine, some of the virtual networks, this storage will be created as well. So you can see that deployment succeed. So go to resource. So this is to my specific resource, the VM that I'm created. So you can see that the status is running right now. And the operating system, all the details right here, you can just see on the portal. Let's say I'm connecting through RDP, remote desktop protocol. So what I will just do is download the RDP file. Okay, connect. So remember that this is not your Windows. So you can just use a different account. So which just now I think I'm putting in Azure user. And yes, we are in your virtual machine that's on the US East that you have created. So this is like a fresh PC that you can use for your application. You can just deploy this in like just a few minutes. Isn't that this is cool? All right, the Windows is starting up, and yep, so you are getting another fresh PC right here that you can use. Okay, and that's it for the session. I hope that you enjoy the session, and let me know if you have any questions, and feel free to connect with me at LinkedIn. Thank you very much, and see you again.